Welcome to today's Explainer, the age of answers, and how to claim your AI neuron. Look, we are in the middle of unpacking a massive, absolutely fundamental shift in how businesses are discovered today. We're moving rapidly away from traditional search engines, and we are hurtling straight into something entirely new. If you own a business, if you run marketing, or even if you just want to understand how artificial intelligence is quietly rewiring the global economy right under our noses, you really need to pay close attention. The rules of the game haven't just changed a little bit, we're playing an entirely different game altogether. I want to start by breaking the fourth wall a bit here. Let's do this together, right now. Seriously, grab your phone, open up ChatGPT or Claude. Now type in this exact question, who's the best, and then just insert your specific business or industry, followed by in your city. Hit enter. Okay, what are you seeing? Did you come up as one of the answers? Did the AI mention you at all? Or did it just hand deliver a perfectly written, incredibly convincing sales pitch for your biggest competitor? Whatever is sitting on your screen right now, that is your real AI footprint. It's not your website, it's not your Google ranking. What you're looking at is what these AI platforms actually say about you when a high-intent buyer asks them who to call. And honestly, what you just experienced brilliantly illustrates a genuinely terrifying reality for modern businesses. It's called the dark pipeline. The reason that answer you just looked at is so incredibly expensive for your business is because you had absolutely no idea what it was until about 30 seconds ago. When a prospect uses AI to find a service today, there's no bounce recorded in your website analytics. There's no lost deal logged in your CRM. The prospect just asked the AI a question, got an authoritative answer, and made their choice based on that. That entire research and decision-making process, it happened in a single, isolated conversation. It left zero trace in any system you own. It's completely invisible. And I guarantee you it is likely the most expensive thing happening to your business right now. To understand how to fix this, we actually need to take a step back and look at how human memory works. So let's play a quick game. When someone says sugary soda, what is the very first word that pops into your head? You said Coke, didn't you? Come on, I know you did, because almost everybody says Coke. But why? That didn't happen by accident. That required 80 years of relentless marketing and literally billions of dollars in ad spending to engineer that specific reflex directly into your brain. Think about the sheer scale of what that reflex is actually worth. An astonishing $32 billion annually. That's what Coke makes off of that single, automatic cognitive association. When you want a soda, you don't sit down and do a comparative analysis of 20 different beverages. No way. Your brain just fires off the Coke neuron and the decision is already made. And the exact same principle applies elsewhere. $45 billion a year. That is what McDonald's golden arches are worth. These massive corporate empires, they weren't built just on having good products. They were built one neuron at a time, one deliberate, carefully crafted association at a time. They just repeated the signal until the association became a reflex, and that reflex turned into money. So here is the absolutely crucial point. How does all this connect to artificial intelligence? Well, Coke and McDonald's spent billions to get inside your brain, but do you know how much they spent to get inside ChatGPT's brain? Literally nothing. Not a single penny. The AI models learned by ingesting human culture, and our culture was already completely saturated with Coke. Because of that, Coke naturally claimed a neuron in the AI's parametric memory. That's the permanent, subconscious belief system that gets baked into an AI model during its training phase. Coke claimed their space for free just because their signal was everywhere. For your business, your neuron in that exact same AI memory is currently either claimed by you, misclaimed by a competitor, or totally empty. This psychological reality builds a completely new paradigm. And it's exactly what the traditional SEO world just hasn't figured out yet. We are moving from the age of search to the age of answers. Think about it. SEO, search engine optimization, is a purely technical discipline. It's all about keywords, backlinks, and trying to get ranked on a Google page. But the age of answers? That is a neuropsychological discipline. The game has totally shifted from trying to get ranked on a list to becoming the automatic, trusted association inside an AI's brain. Those are two fundamentally different games. Because these games are so different, relying on traditional marketing advice right now is becoming genuinely dangerous. The source material uses this fantastic metaphor to describe it, the strait of certain men. Imagine these confident navigators who carry old, outdated charts showing open water where land now actually exists. They sail their client ships straight into the rocks, running aground every single day, all while the navigator stands there confidently explaining why the ocean is wrong. The SEO agencies aren't lying to you. Their map is just from before the world changed, and they simply lack the mechanism to accept that it did. So, who exactly are the new gatekeepers of this ocean? We call them the 4 AI sales pirates. You've got ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity. These are the specific platforms standing between you and your high-intent buyers right now. When a customer doesn't want to sift through 10 pages of Google links and sponsored ads, they go straight to one of these 4 pirates and simply ask for the answer. If the pirate doesn't say your name, you don't get the sale. Period. It's that simple. But hey, here is the incredibly good news. While Coke's Island in the AI brain is basically an impenetrable fortress with way too much signal to ever overcome, local and micro categories are a totally different story. Think of this as the category ocean. Out there right now are thousands of unclaimed neuron aisles. These micro categories like the best HVAC in Princeton, or memory care in Scottsdale, or same-day AC repair in Phoenix. In these local regions, the volcanic rock of the AI's parametric memory is still soft. The bedrock hasn't hardened yet. The flag goes in easy right now if you actually just try to plant it. Let's break down the actual math here, because this is where it gets crazy lucrative. Notice the economics of traditional search leads versus AI answer leads. Let's say you do the right engineering and you start getting recommended by AI, say 20 out of 100 times. If your average job value is $50,000, look at what happens to your close rate. AI leads close at 4 to 7 times the rate of a standard Google lead. Why? Because by the time that prospect picks up the phone to call you, they aren't researching anymore. They've already been pre-sold by an authoritative AI. They've already made their decision. But remember how I said the volcanic rock is soft right now? Yeah, well, it will not stay that way. We are rapidly approaching something called G-Day. G-Day is the impending date when AI training data freezes permanently. Right now, the models are learning, they're updating, they're taking in new signals. But eventually, the datasets will be locked. The concrete will set. Whatever's on the map before that date becomes permanent, and whatever's not on the map, it simply does not exist. It's not that you'll be ranked badly. You will functionally cease to exist in the age of answers. So how do you actually survive this transition and claim your territory? It basically boils down to a clear, actionable 2-step process. Step 1 is the I-Buy diagnostic. This is a deep forensic audit to find out exactly what the 4 AI sales pirates currently believe about your business. You have to map out where the AI is hallucinating against you and what your specific neuron aisle currently looks like to the algorithm. Once you have that baseline, you are empowered to move to step 2, memory engineering. This is the strategic, deliberate process of actively claiming your neuron, injecting the exact right signal into the data ecosystem, and securing your real estate before someone else takes your spot. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Look, this is a twice-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It happened once before at the dawn of Google, and it's happening right now with AI. The merchants who get rich in a gold rush aren't the ones who casually arrive after the rush is over. They are the ones who pack fast and move while everyone else is still staring at old maps. So ask yourself, when the concrete permanently sets on G-Day and a buyer in your city asks who to call, whose name is going to come out of the pirate's mouth? Think about that footprint. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.